everybody, welcome to Tangle Break. Today we're going to do this tile using the Tangle Spoken. We're going to be using the 8 basic steps of the Zentangle method. Step number 1 is gratitude and appreciation. I am thankful for the time that we're able to take a break from our day to relax and draw. And the supplies we're going to use are a Micron 01 black pen, a Zentangle pencil, a Tortillon, and a 3.5-inch white tile. And this tile was inspired by Maria Thomas, who is the co-founder of Zentangle. So, let's get started. So grab your tile and your black pen, and we're going to go ahead and start with spoken. So draw an orb, a small orb in the middle, and then we're going to go in and do just a crescent moon on the inside and fill it in. I'm just retracing over the other side of the orb. Now we're going to aura the orb, okay, just with a very small aura, and you can turn your tile as we go to make it easier. We're going to do another small aura around. Okay, now we're going to go back around with another aura, but this time just a little bit wider. Now we're going to put in slanted lines all the way around. Now we're going to go around with another very small aura. Okay, we're going to go back around with a wider aura. And this time we're going to make bands slanting to the left all the way around. Okay, we're going to finish this medallion with one more small aura all the way around. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is make the spokes coming off of the orb. So I'm going to start at the orb, come down around and go into a mooka, which is just an orb at the end, and then come back around back to the original orb. And I'm just going to do that all the way around. So I'm coming off of the orb and then turning it into mooka, a little orb at the end, coming back around and straight back up to the original orb. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and go directly down from the ones we've already done and make another one. A spoke with the mooka on the end. So I'll go to my next one and just come straight down from it and make another spoke with mooka on the end, and then go back to where we started. And I'm going to go all the way around doing the same thing, coming straight down, making a mooka, and then going back to the orb. And just keep looking for them to complete the one line going all the way down. And then turn my tile and look for another one. And I see it right here. I can bring this one down. And drawing underneath the other mooka. And they can be different lengths, whatever you want. And here's one right here. I'm just checking to see where I need to put another one. And I think I have all of them now. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is fill in the little crevices underneath the mooka orb, and then put a little C shape on the orb itself. So go around and just fill in this little crevice here and put in the C shapes. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is called coffering. So we're going to go into these enclosed spaces and aura the inside, and then we're going to join the corners. And that's it, coffering. It gives it a completed look. So we're going into all of these completed little spaces and aura, and then join the corners. And I'm just doing the spaces that are enclosed close to the medallion here that we made. I'm not going all the way out to the end, just staying close to the medallion. Okay, now it's time for step 6, shading. So grab your pencil, and we're going to start right here in the center and give it some shade, and going around the auras, the little bands we made. I'm skipping over the bands that the slanting bands that we made, the slanting lines. I'm skipping over that, leaving that white, but just going on the edges on either side of it. But leaving the center white. And then on the outside of the aura, the last aura of the medallion, okay, now let's go ahead and move out to the spokes. And I'm doing it on either side where it looks like it goes over top of the other one. And then inside of the coffered area. So now grab your Tortillon and let's smooth in all of the shadows that we just made. Okay, now let's go over the C shapes on the orbs. And I think that we need to get a little more pencil on these. So switch out to your pencil and let's put a little more graphite or pencil lead on these C shapes on the orbs. And then switch out to your Tortillon and let's smooth it in. Okay, switch back to your pencil and let's do the right hand side of these spokes. So now switch out to your Tortillon and let's smooth it all in. Okay, now it's time for step 7, initial and sign. So grab your pen and you can decide where you want to put your initials or your chop. And then turn it over on the back. And this is Tangle Break. And the tangle we did was spoken. And then we put the mooka on the end of the spokes and then coffered in the around the center. And so step 8 is appreciate again. You can look at it in any direction. And I hope that you enjoyed our break today. I love the medallion look in the middle. I just think that that is so cool. So I will see you next time on Tangle Break. Bye for now.